to talk about a couple of things. Thank y'all for having me. So, you know, one thing I saw a lot of this summer, and I'm an OG from San Jose. I'm 35. I've been a youth activist since I was 17. That was a long time ago. Y'all want to do some math? I've seen a lot of stuff pop off in San Jose over the course of almost last 20 years. And so when I was a young activist, I used to hear people say stuff like, you got to get real mad, and then you're going to go get involved. Personally, I feel like, fuck that. I don't agree with that at all. And that's just me. If that's how you feel, I'm not here to judge you for that. But I think, like, we have this trope in social justice work, like, you gotta be emo, pissed off all the time, or we're gonna go fuck the man and fight the power, and that's how we get shit done. And personally, I 100% disagree, because I think, like, we've gotten to a point where, like, being hella mad and being emo, pissed off about police brutality, racism, transphobia, immigrant rights, women's rights, any number of, like, ways that we're marginalized. That's a trope for a lot of people. Like, I'm pissed off, I fight the man, I fuck the power. That's what I do, that's who I am. And that's a trope, meaning, like, that's your identity. So, like, if that should change, that's threatening as hell for you if you can't be that person anymore. And I feel like we have to, like, shift this narrative and shift this mindset. Like, to be involved with social justice is a commitment. That's not an identity, it's not an Instagram moment, it's a commitment. Like, rallies, these are great, I love this is beautiful, but, like, when we leave here, what are we doing after here? Is that we're involved with the organization? Are we running for office? Are we on city commissions? Are we doing voter education? Like, there's so many things, and I think we have to shift the mindset away from being emo, pissed off. Not to, like, say, don't be pissed off. There's a lot to be pissed off about. But I feel like we have to shift the narrative from just being hella mad. And there's a black woman feminist I'm a huge fan of. She's an educator. She's an activist. Her name is Bell Hooks. Y'all should look her up if you don't know. So Bell Hooks talks a lot about intersectional feminism. She talks about anti-racism, anti-patriarchy, anti-capitalism. And so she has this really famous book called New Visions, all about love. And in that book, she talks about love in every aspect. Love for ourselves, love of community, love of God or spirituality, depending on how you fall on that, love of where we come from. And in that book, she says a really famous line that love is a verb. Love is not a noun, love is a verb. It's something that we actively choose to do. And I think we have to get to a point where even when we're emo, pissed off, we're out here in the streets, we're protesting, we're running for office, we want to, like, shift the narrative that has been pushed upon us. Like, where is that love in us that's going to keep us doing the work? Because it's real easy to get mad and fuck some shit up. But where is that love for yourself? Where is that love for other people? Where is that love for humanity that's going to keep you coming out here? Because, like I said, social justice is a full-time job. And with that being said, I also want to touch upon voting. Now, voting is very important, and I hope that you do vote, but it's not the beginning or the end of social justice. So a lot of things that have happened in the past, like, I voted, I did what I was supposed to do. Yeah, you did, good job, gold star. Teacher gives you a gold star. However, after you voted people in office, whether the person you wanted to win won or lost, what are you doing to hold those people accountable? With no sense of entitlement or arrogance, people we vote in office, they're called public servants, y'all. They work for us. Okay, understand that. They work for us. Y'all have a job, you have a boss. You know when you show up late, you don't do what you're supposed to do, you mess up, what happens? Your boss pulls you to the side. Depending on the boss you have a very good or very bad conversation. There could be threatening of being fired. That's what happens when you work for somebody else, right? Those people, they work for us. From the mayor, the president, Supreme Court justices, our Congress here in the state, as well as on a federal level, respectfully, they work for us. So if we don't like what they're doing, again, it's a full-time job, and they already have regular full-time jobs. It's our job to let them know, like, hey, when you did that thing and you were against trans rights, we have people in detention camps, women that are having forced hysterectomy and sterilization. Those people work for us, y'all, like, for real. So whether that's calling them on those numbers and talking to their staffers, y'all want to get mad, writing an angry email, voting them out of office, like, in reality, we do hold the power. So like Toya was saying earlier, Prop 16, Prop 17, these are propositions about racial justice, but it's not the beginning or the end. If we're able to restore affirmative action and race and gender can be used as a, not a bias, but as a determinant, one determinant that might be used on who's getting into universities and who's getting these secure, like, public sector jobs, that's not the beginning or the end. We don't know how they're going to put it in place, so that's our job to hold them accountable. We voted it because we wanted it, but do we like the way that they're going about it? So I hope that you feel empowered, that there is something you can do about it, because they do work for us. And like I said, it's okay to be pissed off, because there's a lot to be pissed off about, but I hope that the love component for yourself and other people in the community is what drives you to keep showing up to this and being an active voter and being an active citizen, because being emo pissed off is not sustainable, and it's not going to change the systems in place. But if you love everybody and yourself and the community enough, then love has that power to really shift it, and I hope that you're committed to that. So that's all I want to leave y'all with, really. I am a poet, but I came here to talk to y'all today about voting. So Thank you for having me. I hope that you get involved. If you want to get involved on a deeper level, the last thing I will tell you is they are looking for people to volunteer at the polls. There's also paying people to work at the polls. I'm getting paid to work at the polls. Like, you want to get a deeper level of what's actually happening on in the system because you're suspicious, you don't know a lot about it, particularly people under the age of 18, they're looking for you because they want to see you get involved with the process. So you can volunteer on the day of to go work and see like what's really happening with those ballots. Are they really being taken to the appropriate places? So if y'all look up Santa Clara County Registrar of Voters, they are so desperately looking for you and they want to see all of your beautiful faces actively participating, voting, and working at the polls. So thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.